and this is a monthly calendar. It has no specific month. I've changed it to just be like the skeleton of a month, and in it I put the things I would like to do. These pink things are because they are some specific days I want to do some specific things. And I had it written already, so I was too lazy to write it down, so I just glued the post-its. So it just happened to be like that, nothing special about it. But what I've been using this monthly calendar, or not this one, the frame, the skeleton from the monthly calendar, for 3 months now, and I've noticed things started to get done. What I've written was I've chosen the days to do what I wanted to do, and I chose the weeks to do whatever I wanted to do on those weeks. And I wrote down specific things that happen sometimes in the month, if there are things that happened, and in my case those are only two. And then I write down the things that I have already booked, scheduled for that month, and at what time, as well as the birthdays that are in that month. And the rest is just me dreaming. It's literally me dreaming. Is the workouts, the deep, the house deep cleaning, the I don't know, all the things that I have trouble doing are put in here so that I can sort of do them. I don't do them because they are in here, but the truth is, I put this on my desk. Is on top of my desk, not like this. It's I have a support for the for the computer, for the laptop, and I put it in it on top of it so that it's always standing right in my face. And I look at it, and because I look at it, instead of seeing, oh, today I have this to do, tomorrow I have that to do, the other day I have that to do, I have the whole month, which I don't pay attention, obviously, but I tend to look at the week as a line, like, oh, this is what I have to do this week. Oh, this is what I would like to do this week in case there's nothing actually scheduled. And what I've noticed is that knowing that in advance makes me prepare in advance as well. I started doing a funny thing, which was I picked up a piece of a paper and I started writing down morning, afternoon, evening, because since I had put everything in it, there were things I wanted to do in the morning, in the evening, and during the day, I had things that I had to do if there was something booked, which sometimes were also in the morning, but usually in the afternoon. So uh, I realized that by doing that, just like what do I have to do today? This, and that in the morning, this, and that in the evening, and in the afternoon, and this, and that in the evening. Not what I had to do, what I would like to do. Writing it down made me have thoughts, ideas came to mind, and I written them down in the back of that sheet of paper, or a leaf of paper, sheet of paper, and um, and I tended to do those things more than if I didn't wrote that sheet of paper. What I've also noticed is at most times I try to follow a schedule, I only did that consistently for 3 days. Even though I'm using this for 3 months, I only did that for 3 days. And even though I'm using this for 3 months, I've only started doing that in the past. It was only 3 weeks ago that I did it. And I only did it for 3 days because, well, it was my peak energy week, and then it started declining, and yeah, and I completely forgot about it. But I liked it, and I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. But the main thing is, I I needed courage. And I still can't define what courage is, not not specifically, but I do know that it has something to do with the ability to do what we are afraid of doing, with the ability to do what we believe we can't do for some reason. And I've always believed I can't follow a schedule because I've tried it so many times and I've failed it so many times that I thought, no, this isn't for me. So I decided, you know what? I need something that tells me what there is to do. And it's a bore to do things every week, and it's even worse to do it every day. So let me just get the whole month ready at once. And that's when I got the idea to just pick up a random monthly template and write down on the weekly days what I would like to do. What are the things that I would always like to do on Monday? Not that I would always like to do, but that would be convenient for me to do on Monday because A, I would get them done, and B, well, I need to do them in one day, so why not Monday? For some reason, the other days are better for other things for me. And do those and decide that for each day of the week, including on Sunday. And Sunday, well, actually, so Sunday is supposed to be the relaxing day, but actually I'm so tired from the week that I prefer to relax on Saturday, and Sunday start doing things. Yeah, like the reset day. But Saturday really rest, and my rest is do nothing. Really eat, sleep, watch TV or such, but really do nothing. Like don't leave the house, don't call people, don't nothing. Just rest. Just it might not be the best, but that's what I do. It doesn't have to be what others do. It's just I'm just saying what I do. But the point is, every day has something to be done, and I like Saturdays and I like Sundays. I like Saturdays more than Sundays because I like doing nothing. I like resting, um, and I don't always do the things that I'm supposed to do on Sundays, nor in any other day of the week. But I'm more likely to do it, or I notice that I've been doing it more consistently than I used to when I did not use this. And I've also learned that consistency doesn't mean every day. I would like it to be every day, do it always, but it's not every day. It's whenever whenever my energy allows it. Do it whenever my energy allows it. Sometimes I'm so depleted that I can't even move. Sometimes I'm more or less, and I'm like, nah, I don't feel like it. And those I don't feel like it are moments that I now catch and try to, no. This is you trying to be lazy. Don't be lazy. You're not lazy. Do something. Do what you have to do. And there are days I don't even remember or look at it, and it's not a don't feel like it. There's a rejection, real hard push out feeling. And I know, nope, this is not to be done today. So even though this isn't a schedule, even though this isn't a strict thing to be followed, maybe precisely because of that, um, I've been getting more of the things that I have here done. I've been dropping less balls now than I have it than I used to. I've been remembering to send my birthday messages or make my birthday calls on the right day. I've been able to pay bills. I also write down the days I'm supposed to pay the bills. Well, kind of. Yeah, kind of. They're supposed to be paid on a certain day, but I try to do them twice a month. I've learned that from a book I've recently read, which I've enjoyed, which is Perfect Profit First, And even though I'm not a company, I'm a person, and I don't have profits, I have paycheck. I try to manage my personal finances a bit like as if I was a company, and that includes paying bills twice a month. And that's what I do as well. On the weeks, I've also, there are also things I decided to do on a weekly basis. Well, obviously, there are many things I can do on a weekly basis, but I've written down the things I want to buy, grocery shopping wise, and the things I want to do as in free time, leisure time, rest time. Not rest, but the time that I don't have to work, instead of just doing nothing, as I've told you. There's one day that I do something, but I don't want to do the same thing every time. I wanna have variety in my leisure time. I wanna pursue my hobbies. I wanna go places. I wanna see things. I wanna be with people, and accordingly to the week, I choose a different thing. Do I do the thing that is in there in that week? Sometimes. I sometimes also do other things that are in other weeks. The point isn't to follow the strict thing. The point is, and that's what I've been realizing, to have a pool of options and choose from them, and do them whenever I feel like doing them. And because all that's in here are the things that I would like to do, besides the things that I have to do, it's easy. I do one, and then for instance, I'm in week two. I'm supposed to do the things from week two, but I read all the things that I have, and I feel like doing the things of week five, so I do the things of week five. When I get to week three, I already know that I've done week five, so I have to decide to choose. Do I want to do the things from week three? Do I want to do the things from week four? Or do I want to repeat the things from week one to one or five, or do the things from week two? I have options, and all those options are from the things I want to do, and I try to make them different accordingly to my energy levels. For instance, the hobbies ones has a lot to do with the energy levels. And you might say, oh, but if you have a very active hobby, you need a lot of energy. I have a lot of hobbies, or should I say, I would like to have a lot of hobbies, and I have a list of the hobbies I would like to have, so that on a weekly basis, I can choose the hobby I do. I don't have to do the same thing every week. I can do a different hobby, which is good for me because I have different interests, and I don't have to be locked in one thing. So I've been talking about me because, well, this is me. This is about my life. And this is how I deal with being a grown up, if that's something I can say. And the reason I decided to do that was because today I was presented with a video that kind of like life rules, and I liked it. And I decided, okay, let me share it with people, but sharing something and not, well, if you see something you like and you share it, it's great. Like, yeah, sure, but I may or may not be interested in it. But what I would like to know is your take on that thing. And by your take, it doesn't mean necessarily your opinion on the things you shared, but what the things you shared sparked in you, what led to you. And it made me revise what some of the videos I've made, and how I am and where I am, and and what I've been doing since I started feeling safer. And one of the things was this. And the reason I decided to do this out of the blue, like unconnected to everything else, is because I take a long time to get things into my mind. And I don't know whether or not others are the same, but I try to respect that about me. And I try to respect my time, my rhythm. And even though I know sometimes I'm eager to get more information, especially when I'm eager to get more information, I know that it means I haven't fully processed what I had. I haven't fully taken the most of what I've already had. And I've been still these months because I've been ruminating. Things have been working on the background of my mind, and I haven't really noticed any breakthrough. And today, what I realized is that this was my breakthrough. It happened 3 months ago, and I only realized it today. That's how slow I am. It started happening 3 months ago, and I only realized it today. And I also connected it with one of the videos or shorts about the layers, the 3 layers. So what's wrong, how to fix it, and I fix it sustainably. Oh, okay. The 3 layers. I everything has them. I don't know necessarily what, but in this case, it's the past, the future, the present, and the future. The past in the sense of, how do I know what I want to put in here? Well, I know what I want to put in here because I know what are the things I don't do and I want to do, and I know what are the things that I do and I want to go on doing, and I know that I've been dropping a lot of balls, like missing deadlines for paying bills, like forgetting birthdays, like forgetting appointments. I also book my appointments. For instance, let's say if I have a medical appointment whenever, and I write it down here. I write it down here. I don't have a notebook. I don't have a folding thing. I don't have. It's always in display. I don't have to look for it. Like, it's here. I get to the week and I see, oh, I have an appointment. How important and pleasant. But yeah, I have an appointment and it's here. I write everything here. So I've been managing to do the things that I wasn't able to do before. And I know I wasn't able to do them before. So I make sure I put them here. And then the present is, honestly, I never noticed the present, which is a funny thing. Like I get here and I look at the week every day. When I look at this, I look at the week. I see the whole week. So it gets to a point that I start getting bored of the week and I start looking at the following week. And I either anticipate, ooh, I have this to do, or I dread, like, what a bore. But I also have time to make myself peace with what I'm going to do that I don't like doing. And I try to prepare myself the best I can in order to do that. And then the future, that's literally the future. That's literally the future. I try to prepare myself the best I can, the best I can in order to do that. The present, funny, it's where we live, but I'm not that aware to realize what I do in the present. I guess I use the present to prepare the future. At the same time, I'm living it. But I realize I have the perception that I'm preparing the future. I just don't have the perception that I'm living it, that I'm doing the things in it. I can only do it that in retrospective, the past. And then I wrote down here, because that's what helped me find out what's wrong, find out how to fix it, and then after finding out how to fix it sustainably in a way that can be sustained, which I tend to think as consistency, but not only the sustainability means doing it without endangering the other things I already have to do, I already do, and or I already want to do. So that adding something doesn't destroy the others, which is my usual, which what usually happens to me. And then I wrote the 48 laws of power because the video I will share it in the community tab. Is like the cheat code of life, if we can call it that. But it was an interesting video. If you are curious, you can have a look. And I hope I managed to explain what this monthly overview is able to accomplish. And I would like to know if you have something of the sort, either monthly or weekly, and why do you prefer that time frame, or trimestrally, or I don't know, whenever the time frame you whatever time frame you have, and why do you prefer that time frame? Because I don't know. I think we can help each other by sharing our perspective. Not that we're going to do the same as others, but the perspective itself makes us look at whatever we are doing in a different angle. And that different angle allows us to understand more about whatever we are doing and ourselves. And as the more we get to know ourselves, the better we get to deal with ourselves and not overcome, to deal and use whatever we have to improve ourselves. That's something I would like to talk in a video, but I'm not ready to talk about it at the moment, in the sense of I wouldn't know how to explain it so that it would be perceivable. But for what it's worth, what I mean is we all have our good qualities and our lesser qualities and our flaws. And instead of pushing some away, recognize them all, acknowledge them all, own them all, realize what good they bring us, what bad they bring us, and try to use their strength to make us improve, and use the strengths from other parts to try to minimize the 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 the, bad aspects they bring into our lives. We're not going to eliminate them. We're not going to get rid of them. We're not going to whatever. We're not going to change ourselves in the sense of we are going to become different people, not because we are different people, but because we choose to act in a way that is different. So I don't know how to explain. So, for instance, there are parts of our brain that are wired in a certain way that makes us behave in certain ways. And we're never going to stop doing that or being like that. But because we know we have that frame, we can uh, we can choose to act differently, meaning our instinct and our impulse is to do it this way, which usually is what sets us up to failure. And we know that. So we know I tend to do this, and this is bad. I can use my ability to refrain myself, to restrain myself. I can use my ability to observe that I'm going to mess up. I can use my ability of being aware that if I'm a mess up, these are going to be the consequences. I can use my ability to think of my future self and to cherish it enough to want it better than having those bad consequences. And I can use my ability to act differently, not because that's how I'm wired, but because I have a logical part of my brain that allows me to choose, not just be as I am with all the goods and the bads, but to choose the goods, to choose to not allow the bads to prevail. And that's what I would like to talk of in a future video, and that's what I'm not ready to, because I want to be specific, and that's very private, and well, I'm not ready for it yet. I hope this video has helped you, and I would like to know your schedule in the comments. See you whenever, and I'll put the link to the video in the community tab.